Hey, what's up? This your boy Big Man. You already know what it is, man. So let's get right to it. Okay, so today we're going to be talking about this Straight Drop situation with Young Dolph, right? So Straight Drop's name is out there, right? Everybody knows that Justin Johnson is the lead suspect in the murder investigation for Young Dolph. There's an indictment that came down. The TBI, along with the Memphis PD, put out a newsletter and a news alert that let everybody know there's a reward and they want Justin Johnson. Now, this has been a rumor that's been going on for about 3 weeks now. We've talked about it several times, but when you start to dig deep into the relationship between Justin Johnson, aka Straight Drop, and Young Dolph, you start to uncover some things that are a bit disheartening, man. It goes to show, man, you gotta watch your circle harder than you gotta watch the people who you don't even know sometimes, man. Because based on the rumors that's out there, it seems like Straight Drop started off actually cool with Dolph and them. You know, more cool with Key Glock than with Young Dolph. But it seems like somewhere their relationship fractured, and now we have this situation here. Now, I'm going to preface this by saying I don't know for a fact that Straight Drop is guilty, but man, once we get into the facts of his past history and all the stories that we can find about him previously, you start to scratch your head and even wonder, how was Straight Drop still on the streets, man? He's got several shootings under his belt and all sorts of things going on. But before we get to the specifics, do me a favor. Make sure you hit that like button, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and man, let's get it. Okay, now that we got that out of the way, man, let's talk about this whole Straight Drop situation. Now, I'm going to preface this whole video by saying this, man. It is a cold world out here, bro. Like, for real, man. This is crazy, man. So by now, everybody's seen the pictures of Straight Drop with the PRE chain. And they're wondering like, whoa, hold up. That's Dolph's label. Why in the world would he be wearing a PRE chain on his belt loop? You know what I mean? What sense does that make? Wouldn't that mean that he's cool with Young Dolph? No, man. According to a lot of rumors out there, there was a fallout between Young Dolph and Straight Drop and a couple of people he's associated with. I'm not going to throw their names out there until they're actually thrown into the case as well, and we actually have some black and whites and stuff on them, right? And because of that fallout, you know, it was like an ongoing battle between the two camps, I should say, right? And that wasn't a sign of love or loyalty by sporting that chain. That was a sign of letting people know what time it is, if you get my drift. You see what I'm saying there? Now, Young Dolph seemed to have these cats around him in the past, because you can also see a picture of Straight Drop in the background where Young Dolph is singing, rocking the stage or whatnot, right? There's several pictures like that circulating around social media. And this goes to show, man, you gotta watch your circle, man. You gotta watch the people who are kind of close to you. Because according to the rumors out there on social media, so man, don't hold my feet to the fire on this one. Straight Drop was actually cool with Key Glock. You know what I mean? Like, him and Key Glock are close to their age. Straight Drop is 23 years old. And Key Glock, you know, is around that same age. I'm not exactly sure how old Key Glock is. But Young Dolph, you know, had these young cats around him who were known to be wild in the streets and just kept them around because, you know, it helps in the rap persona and it gives them something to do, right? And somehow they couldn't look at that and look at it as a shot and say, yo, man, somebody helped me out here, or somebody had me around at least so I can get an understanding of what the bigger level of this music thing is. It always seems to turn to hate, man. It always seems to turn to jealousy. And that hate, boy, and that jealousy are a thing, man. People will find reasons not to like you just because they're jealous of your accomplishments, man. And it sounds so cliche. It sounds like something that, oh, we hear that story all the time in hip-hop. People are just being annoyed. Nah, man, that's real deal. And if this is true and Straight Drop shot and killed Young Dolph and was a part of this, man, it goes to show that proves true over and over and over again, and it's a cycle that just won't stop, man. Like, there's been many examples of this throughout hip-hop. Many have talked about the Mo3 situation, King Von, him and Quando Rondo, they was cool. They're in videos. Quando Rondo dissing King Von's ops, you know what I'm saying? All sorts of different times this has happened throughout hip-hop, right? So now we have a situation where we're seeing it with somebody who was beloved by most of the hip-hop community. I'm talking about, if you were to take a sample size of Young Dolph's popularity throughout hip-hop, yeah, it's to the point where you wouldn't even realize he was independent. The love that he gets and how much he gets played, you know, it's a wild situation when it comes to that, right? Now, let's talk about something that I uncovered when I was looking around just checking for Justin Johnson's name. Now, Justin Johnson has had previous shootings as well, man. And I know because of the nature of rap music, you're like, okay, that's no surprise, right? A lot of rappers have shootings under their belt. But this was another high profile shooting that makes you wonder, why in the world was dude still on the street? You know what I mean? Like, there was a shooting that took place in Memphis in 2017. I want to say it was like January 2017. And I'm just going to read the story, man. Now, the headline of this story dates back to then, man. And it's from the ABC News there, man. It said, teen arraigned on charges in shooting at Billy Hardwick's All-Star Lanes. A teen charged in the shooting January 31st at Billy Hardwick's All-Star Lanes in East Memphis has been arraigned. Justin Johnson remains behind bars. So you can see his information right here. And it's one of the same mugshots that have been circulating around on social media as well. Now, the story continues by saying this. A teen charged in a shooting January 31st at Billy Hardwick's All-Star Lanes in Memphis has been arraigned. Justin Johnson remains behind bars on $250,000 bond. Now, police say at about 11:30 p.m. Tuesday, January 31st in 2017, a large group started fighting in the lobby of the lanes. They say 18-year-old at that time, Justin Johnson, aka Straight Dropp, left, got a gun from a car in the parking lot, and returned firing several times into the bowling alley from the front door. He left in a silver 4-door sedan, and he was later picked up, I'm assuming, right? So 4 people were hit and grazed by bullets, all expected to be okay. An arrest warrant went out at that time, and he was on the run again. In that case, he was on the run. So when the arrest warrant was issued for Johnson, he had 3 counts of attempted second-degree murder, employment of a firearm during the commission of a dangerous felony, and vandalism. He was arrested that February in 2017, and then all the news about the case went quiet. I mean, obviously he must have beat the case, or I don't know the inner workings of the case, or if he did any time at all, but somehow he found himself into the rap circles, and he found himself around Young Dolph. Now, little did Young Dolph probably know that dude, even though he seemed to be a shooter, he seemed to be a cat who was in the streets, right? That this would turn around on him, or even having dude around him or in the back of him could backfire on him. But you never know where it's coming from sometimes, man. Even if you're on your grind, you're doing your daily, you're doing everything right, sometimes your circle, that jealousy, that hate, especially that jealousy, man, it just comes out. It tricks people into thinking that they got to be against you in order to succeed. You know what I'm saying? That's why I think jealousy is listed up there with the 7 deadly. You feel me? And I'm not super religious, so don't hold me to that. I'm just saying that's built on that whole premise. We ain't going to get into that. But, man, what do you guys think about all this, man? Do you think that dude was straight jealous, or do you think there was a bigger play at hand here, and it was just easy to dissuade them because they already hating, they already jealous, and that way you give them some money and things get done like, something horrible like this, man. And I don't want to feed into too many conspiracy theories about this situation, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't be on that, man. But to be real, if this is true and dude was around Dolph, it's just a telltale sign of, man, sometimes you just can't even trust your own circle. It's wild, man. Now with that, this been your boy Big Man. Do me a favor. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. And make sure you hit that notification bell so that way you get a notification every time I drop this hot content. And we out of here. Peace.